A fracture opened in the unseen realm today, brief, blazing, and breathtakingly intentional. In that fracture, Archangel Michael spoke your name. Not a whisper, not an echo, a declaration. And if you let this moment slip through your fingers, that same fracture may seal itself forever, as though it never existed. There are instants in eternity when the heavens don't just shift, they roar. Today was one of those instants. A seam in the cosmos split open, just wide enough for your spirit to slip through. It was not an accident. It was not random motion. It was precision. It was purpose. It was you. Before the foundations of the earth were laid, before your parents dreamed of you, a divine appointment was carved into the walls of glory. Today, Archangel Michael triggered that appointment. In the high courts of heaven, he shouted your name. The sound of it rattled ancient thrones and startled sleeping stars. There is no logical reason why you were singled out. No earthly merit badge. No popularity contest. You were simply chosen. That doorway did not swing open for the masses. It opened for you. And now the choice is stark. Step across the threshold, or stand frozen as the light dims and the door becomes a wall again. Perhaps forever. Something around you trembled today, though your natural eyes saw nothing. Your room felt different. Your thoughts took an unexpected turn. Before your mind could catch up, your body already knew. A chill, a warmth, a strange and sudden stillness. That is how spiritual portals operate. They do not creak open like old wooden doors. They flash like lightning, instant, electric, and utterly unforgiving. They do not wait for you to feel ready. They wait only for your yes. And today, a golden gateway in the spirit realm pulsed with life, waiting for your heart to resonate with its frequency. Archangel Michael did not hint. He did not suggest. He called your name with a clarity that split the atmosphere. The barriers that others had erected around you, walls of expectation, limitation, and quiet dismissal, had been strangling your destiny. So he stepped in. He broke through. He opened the way. Right now, as you read these words, heaven is leaning over the balcony of eternity, watching you, not judging your worthiness, not checking your preparation, watching your position, your stance, your response. The adversary hoped you would be too distracted today, too overwhelmed, too numb. But you felt it, didn't you? Deep in your gut, a holy disturbance, a strange surge of knowing. That was the aftershock of Archangel Michael's voice colliding with your spirit. That was the weight of your soul turning toward the open gate. Do not let doubt become your anchor. Do not let fear write the final sentence. The gate remains, but only for a heartbeat longer. What you do in the next 24 hours will bend the trajectory of the next 24 months. This is not metaphor. This is not poetry dressed up as prophecy. This is the raw, unpolished truth of heaven. If your name was called today, if something inside you recognized this moment, type "I am ready" in the comments. The blessing frequency 4444 has just been released over your life. Let your agreement be recorded in the courts of glory. Hear now what Archangel Michael says to you directly. When I called your name today, a portal inhaled and opened. If you miss this now, it may never breathe again. His voice was not soft. It was not tentative. It was a war cry wrapped in a love letter. It carried your name past sentinel angels and ancient watchers. It marked you in a way that darkness cannot counterfeit or override. Something primordial stirred when your name was spoken. A door that had been sealed since before your grandmother's grandmother was born, suddenly unlatched. It was time for your release. No committee approved it. No earthly authority sanctioned it. Archangel Michael simply announced the hour. And now even the angelic hosts have paused. They are not singing. They are not marching. They are waiting. Waiting to see if you will rise to the occasion or shrink back into the familiar. This window is not wide. It is narrow, rare, and drenched in holiness. This message is not for casual listeners. It is for those who have felt the invisible tug, the pull toward something they cannot name but cannot ignore. You have been spinning in cycles for too long. The same fights, the same disappointments, the same ceilings. But today, a break in the clouds appeared. A shaft of light pierced your routine. A portal does not behave like an ordinary door. It does not swing on human hinges. It responds to recognition. It stays open only for the one who hears the call, feels the vibration, and honors the timing. When Archangel Michael called your name, that name became a key. And when that key turned, heaven itself exhaled. But heaven does not plead. Heaven does not knock twice and linger. This is not a dress rehearsal. This is a divine interruption disguised as a Tuesday afternoon. You may not feel ready. That is precisely how destiny operates. Crashes into your comfort zone. It arrives in the middle of chaos. Heaven wants to test your spiritual hearing, to see if you can discern the signal through the static. That is why Archangel Michael spoke when the noise was loudest, when your mind was crowded, when fear, confusion, and disappointment had formed a choir. Because if you can still hear your own name in that storm, you are ready to ascend. He called your name because he knows your resilience. He opened the door because he knows your royalty. The only remaining question is whether you will walk through or talk yourself out of what your spirit already verified. Let heaven know you heard. Type amen in the comments, not as a reflex but as a covenant. Let your amen rise like sacred incense. The blessing code 777 is now activated around your identity. Someone else felt it before you did. Someone in your orbit, a coworker, a family member, a former friend, sense the shift in the atmosphere around you. They cannot explain it. They will not name it. But they felt a change in your silence, a new weight in your presence. When Archangel Michael's voice thundered your name in the unseen realm, it did not only reverberate through heaven, it sent shockwaves through the lives of those who have been watching you from the shadows. They are whispering now. They are confused. They thought they had you figured out. They thought your quietness meant weakness. They thought your delays meant rejection. They never saw your midnight prayers. They never heard the divine conversations happening behind the veil. But when Michael called your name aloud in the supernatural world, it shattered an old spiritual contract, the unspoken agreement that you would remain small, stuck, and manageable. And that shattering has left certain people deeply unsettled. They were comfortable with the old you, the doubtful you, the apologetic you, the you who dimmed your light so they wouldn't squint. Now, however, your frequency has changed. You see clearly. You move differently. Your silence no longer feels empty. It feels full. There is a conversation happening behind your back. It is not mere gossip. It is the sound of spiritual discomfort. They are trying to figure out what you are hiding. They sense something supernatural, but they lack the language for it. They do not know about the portal. They do not know that Archangel Michael himself intervened. All they know is that you are no longer fitting into the box they built for you. Some will say you have become distant. Others will claim you have changed. They are right. You have. When portals open, transformation is not optional. Your spirit is already rising, even if your feet still walk the same floors. They feel it. and it frightens them not because you are threatening, but because your very presence is now disrupting old dynamics. Do not explain yourself. Do not apologize for your growth. Let them whisper. Let them speculate. Their confusion is not your assignment. Your assignment is to move. You are not walking through this portal to prove them wrong. You are walking through it to fulfill what was written about you before time began. You are not shrinking. You are not performing. You are becoming. If you feel the shift and refuse to apologize for it, type "I am chosen" in the comments. The blessing frequency 9191 is now crowning your journey. What you are experiencing right now, the tension, the odd friction in relationships, the sense that something is simmering beneath the surface, is not a collection of coincidences. It is the sound of realms colliding. Heaven moved today. A portal opened, and that movement has stirred not only people but also spirits. Spirits that prospered while you were passive. Spirits that fed on your stagnation. Spirits that weaken the moment you awaken. You must understand. The discomfort others feel around you is evidence that something holy is growing inside you. The issue is not your behavior. The issue is your assignment. The friction is not because you did something wrong. It is because you are about to do something overwhelmingly right. The moment Archangel Michael called your name and the portal yawned open, every chain that had been wrapped around your progress began to snap. Every force of delay, discouragement, and distraction started to convulse. Why? Because they recognized that you were no longer merely surviving, you were being summoned. This is why the air feels thick. This is why some relationships are ending without explanation. What you are feeling is not personal rejection. It is spiritual realignment. Heaven is clearing the runway for your takeoff. The enemy's primary weapon right now is not lies, it is time. He cannot close the portal, but he can try to make you miss it. He will send distractions dressed as opportunities. He will send conversations dressed as concern. He will send emotions dressed as intuition. Do not fall for it. Do not pause. Do not defend. Do not justify. Your silence in this hour is a sword. Your stillness is a shield. Heaven is watching to see if you can recognize the difference between a divine appointment and a demonic detour. The enemy's strategy is simple. If he cannot stop you, he will slow you down. He will invite you to explain yourself to people who have no right to your explanation. He will tempt you to clear your name when your name has already been cleared in glory. Do not take the bait. The next 24 hours are not dramatic, they are decisive. Your response in this narrow window will echo through the next 2 years. If you refuse to be delayed, type "I will not miss my moment" in the comments. The blessing code 2121 is now sealing your timeline. Mark this carefully. When heaven opens a door, hell often sends a counterfeit. A false peace offering. A message wrapped in kind words but carrying a hidden hook. Someone may reach out to you soon. Someone who has never supported you, never believed in you, never celebrated you. They will come with sudden warmth, with feigned concern, with a question that seems innocent but is designed to derail you. Do not be naive. Do not be flattered. This is not reconciliation, it is reconnaissance. The enemy is gathering intelligence. He wants to know if you are still vulnerable to old patterns. He wants to see if you will trade your portal for a conversation. You will feel it in your spirit. A warning bell, a subtle unease. Trust that. Trust the holy discomfort. Not every open door is from God. Not every outstretched hand is safe. Archangel Michael did not clear the way for you to get tangled in the same nets again. He opened a portal so you could escape the cycles. So when the fake connection arrives, and it will, you have permission to remain silent. You have permission to not respond. You have permission to prioritize your assignment over their curiosity. They do not need your explanation. They need your absence. Your departure is not rudeness. It is obedience. False reports are already circulating about you. You may hear them secondhand. Someone may tell you, "They said this about you." Do not chase the rumors. Do not try to correct every misperception. Heaven has already entered your defense. The light over your name is brighter than the lies around it. Your calling is louder than their gossip. The only thing that can stop you now is if you stop for them. So do not stop. Do not look back. Do not explain. Let the accusations pile up. Let the misunderstandings multiply. Your breakthrough does not require their understanding. It only requires your movement. If you are choosing discernment over drama, type "My stillness is power" in the comments. The blessing code 8585 is now guarding your peace. You are not the person you were 6 months ago. That version of you, the one who over-explained, over-apologized, and over-accommodated, has been incinerated in the fire of divine refinement. What remains is someone who moves with quiet authority. Someone who speaks less but says more. Someone who no longer needs external validation because internal alignment has taken over. Can you feel the new strength in your bones? The silence you once feared has become your sanctuary. The solitude you once ran from has become your throne room. This is not confidence born of ego. This is the certainty of someone who has heard their name called from eternity. They will search for the old you. They will look for the pushover, the people pleaser, the one who stayed small to keep the peace. But that person has been evacuated. In their place stands a king, priest, a warrior, a vessel. The frequency you now carry is too high for old environments. Do not be surprised when doors close behind you. Do not be shocked when invitations stop coming. That is not rejection, it is promotion. You are being moved to a different room. A room with fewer people but more power. A room where your presence alone shifts the atmosphere. Heaven is not elevating you for applause. It is elevating you for assignment. There are people waiting for your voice. There are territories waiting for your decree. There are scrolls with your name on them, written in gold, waiting to be unrolled. The portal you step through is not the destination. It is the doorway. On the other side lies everything you have prayed for, wept for, and nearly gave up on. But you did not give up. And now the reward is not a prize, it is a position. You have been placed. You have been sealed. You have been sent. If you feel the fire of transformation burning away the old you, type "I claim my inheritance" now in the comments. The blessing code 6262 is now the legal signature on your breakthrough. Take a slow, deep breath. You are not lost. You are not late. You are not imagining this. The gate is still open. The voice is still echoing. The light is still pouring through the crack in the universe. But it will not remain forever. Soon, very soon, the portal will close. The moment will pass. And when it does, may you be found on the other side. Not wondering, not regretting, not wishing you had moved, but standing in your new land, breathing your new air, living your new life. You are not a mistake. You are not forgotten. You are not ordinary. You are the one the scripture whispered about, the one whose name broke the silence of heaven, the one whose light refused to be extinguished, the one who walks through fire and comes out without the smell of smoke, the one who sees what others cannot and goes where others will not. You are the surprise. You are the shift. You are the prophecy in motion. Now go. Walk. Do not look back. Do not explain. Do not shrink. Say yes to the voice that called you. Step into the door that opened for you. Claim the inheritance that has always had your name on it. Heaven has already said yes. The only question left is, will you? If this entire message was crafted for you, type "the portal is mine" in the comments. Then share this video. Send it to someone who needs to hear their name called. Put it on your story. The blessing you receive will multiply as you release it. And if you haven't already, click subscribe now, not as a button, but as a spiritual anchor. Let this be the day your prophetic promise becomes your present reality. You did not stumble upon this message by algorithm or accident. It was delivered, hand-carried from the throne room to your screen. Archangel Michael is still standing at the threshold, hand extended, waiting. He is not forcing you. He is inviting you. Beyond this moment lies a protected, high-frequency community where divine abundance is not a slogan but a substance. The principle is ancient and unchanging. When you align with heaven, heaven aligns everything for you. By accepting this invitation, you unlock early access to prophetic insights, spiritual strategies, and a family of believers who will not let you fall. Your breakthrough is not a distant hope. It is a present reality. The link in the description and the pinned comment is your doorway into deeper alignment. Do not let fear of the unknown keep you from the known promise. Step forward. Subscribe. Share. Comment. Claim. The portal is still open, but not for long. Go. Your abundance awaits.